And 2 consecutive days of the home run, 3-run shot, part of an 8-3 Rays win. So Tampa up to
This your boy Precision Connections at PrecisionConnectionsAuto.com, where the right connections are the only connections. So we kind of got beat up with this car right here because not a lot of information on this vehicle. 2018 Ford Transit base model, as you can see, has the base climate control as well as the manual side view mirror adjustments. All right, so as you Ford Transit guys know, that this steering wheel is alien from this vehicle. It doesn't come with this vehicle. It has the regular bland coffee stain looking type of steering wheel. Customer reached out, was like, he saw somewhere, which was not true, that someone installed one of these steering wheels that are aftermarket radio. And I'm like, okay, let me do a little research. I'll get back to you. So I surfed around on the Ford Transit website, the Ford Transit forum type of website thing that they got going on over there. There really wasn't any solution. It was like, okay, someone had some type of idea, but they never reported back if it worked or not. So I'm assuming it didn't work for them. Otherwise, they probably would have reported back. And there was a lot of off-topic side avenue conversation. Nothing was focused onto the actual problem at hand. All right, so we pull the trigger and we just ordered a 2020 steering wheel from a titanium model. So that's like the highest Ford Transit model. So we just, pull the trigger on that, hope for the best. So when we got the steering wheel, we had a couple of positive things. It plugged right in. The lights worked, but no cruise control, and none of these buttons work. Obviously, because you can see this cluster right here is the base model cluster. So, like, okay, we're stuck. Kind of felt bad, like that customer kind of wastes his money. But I'm like, you know what? Let's just go the extra mile for the customer and see what we can do. All right, so we traced all the wires. All right, let me give you the backstory. So I called PAC and SWC and those guys. Those are the steering wheel control manufacturer, because the main purpose of getting this steering wheel is not for the chrome look. I mean, the chrome look is nice, but we want the buttons to actually work. So I reached out to PAC. I'm figuring, okay, maybe SWC PAC, they got a module. I just interface it to the radio. Call up SWC PAC and the rest of the guys. They told me they don't have anything for this vehicle. So I'm like, oh man, I'm stuck now. So I'm like, you know what? These Asian radios, I know that they come with a steering wheel control module built inside. It's just a matter of how to get it to work. And we were able to get it to work. So I'm going to show you guys how we did it. All right, so first thing, when you slap these steering wheels in, the clock spring, which is a nice thing, Ford is using the same clock spring from the base models all the way up to the titanium model. So that's a good plus for us. Otherwise, we would have been stuck. All right, so one thing you have to do, you have to cut. Let me cut this light on. You have to cut this wire in half because it's positive going out of this wire. And you're going to connect it to ground, which is this brown wire. So that green with the white stripe wire is connected directly to this push button selector type switch thing. Then you have another one over here. So this goes to the cluster, but we're not utilizing it because this cluster doesn't support this button. So it's just going to be there. So we might as well just interface it into the radio, give the radio more, flexibility. All right, so again, just to recap, you got to cut this wire right here. Otherwise, it's not going to work. You seal it off with tape, crimp cap, butt connector, what have you. You tie that wire to chassis ground, which is this brown wire right here. So green with the white stripe, tap to chassis ground. I know you guys going to say, oh, you don't put tape, yada, yada, yada. But I'm just doing it just to show you. Once this video is done, I'm going to wrap everything up. It's going to be nice, clean, and dandy. All right, so you got to go behind the steering wheel right next to the turn signal stock right here. And you got to hit this clip, retainer clip, And behind this connector, you got to stick a speaker wire or any wire, or if you want to go official, get the actual pin to be inserted here. And you also got to connect to this yellow wire right here. So you're going to have two wires coming out. You're going to have a wire that you push inside of here, or if you have a better way to doing it, do it. And then you got to tap into this yellow wire right here. You put the plug back in. So now you have two wires. You got to isolate the wires between a 100 ohm resistor. Let me show you what a 100 ohm resistor looks like if we can get this focus to focus. That's the best I can do, is a 100 ohm resistor. So you're going to isolate the two wires. The reason why you got to isolate it, because some of the buttons, the resistance is too close, so it's kind of throwing the radio off. And that's the problem that a lot of you guys are having with these radios with the built-in steering wheel control. If it's too close, it's going to throw the radio off. So you got to separate the resistance between these two switches with this. I guess it's in parallel. All right, so behind these radios, right? I'm not going to take the radio out. I don't want this video to drag out. I want to keep this video under 10 minutes. You have a key 1 and a key 2. All Chinese radios have key 1 and key 2. The key 1 is for positivo steering wheel controls. You understand? And key 2 is for negative. This is a negative system. I'm not going to pull out the multimeter and all that. I'm trying to keep the video real short. Just take my word for it. Forward is negative. So what you do, this yellow wire I have right here, this is my key 1, which I'm not going to use. I'm going to cut it off eventually when I'm done with this video. We're going to use the key 2. Once you have the key 2 connected, you go over to your radio. You hit steering wheel type. If you have that feature, you put learn type, which translate in from Chinese to English. That means manual programming. And special type means that's a module that they're going to sell you. So you don't want special type. You want learn type. Learn type just means manual. That's the rough translation from Chinese to Mandarin, whatever, to English. All right, so what you do, you press OK. You press the button that correlates to what you want. So if you want this button to be power, like I got the OK button as power, you hit power and then you hit this button right there. Done. Mute, you figure out what button you want to contribute to mute. You hit that button, you hit that. Previous, you know, you go to tap previous right here. Next, you go to tap next right there. Volume up. Everything is self-explanatory. I don't want the video to drag out again. You guys get the idea. If you have any questions, hit me up on precisionconnectionsauto.com or hit me up in the comment section below. So once you get that set up, you don't hit reset. You don't hit steering wheel control 1 bracket 1K. I don't know why they did that. You hit return. Once you return, you get up out of there. You're in your main menu. You touch the button. You see, we were switching from the steering wheel. We can do everything. We're doing that. Whoa, whoa, whoa. We don't want that. We don't want that. Yeah, we don't want that. I don't want no music playing. Alright, so, by the way, this is the music that comes with the radio for some reason. That's, they give you a free Madonna song, Bonita, I don't know, whatever. Alright, let's go back. What? I got lost off a track. Hey, this video is going over 10 minutes, yo. Alright, so that's pretty much it. I'm going to wrap the video up. If you have any questions, hit me up, precisionconnectionsorder.com. Hit me up in the chat below.